I went to apply at McDonald's. No, I worked at nothing's wrong with working at McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's from 16 to 19, but had graduated with distinction from University of Toronto with Master of Commerce. I went to apply at McDonald's in those kiosks, and the guy said, "You don't want to work here." I said, "Look, I need a job." And he said, "You don't want to work here." And then I applied at one of those kiosks that sell cell phones, and I didn't get that. And then I got a job working at Microsoft. So, you know, sometimes you don't get something because it's too small, and then you have to go after something bigger. My name's Jason. I'm done teaching.
Woohoo! I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm glad that you talked about international. I actually got a contract once, and now this was the first time I actually did virtual, and I didn't even realize it was possible to fulfill these things. And this was earlier on in the Bahamas. I forget which agency or which part of it was which one that called me, but they needed someone to do a short training on gosh, it escaped. I was a certified first aid and CPR, and so they wanted kind of like a almost like a watered down version of a first responder type of a thing. And again, I didn't even know what their process was, but because someone else that knew my mentor at the time actually had the contract, guess what? They were able to throw a piece of that contract my way. So I'm telling you, if there's a will, there is sure enough a way. I'm telling y'all, listen, I wanted to make sure that we fully understand that this thing is sure enough possible. So there has to be somebody under the sound of my voice that needs to set fire, somebody that needs to reimagine how can it be done. Maybe you're looking at something that is not necessarily something that maybe in your industry it's not something that's easily done. I had a young man, a case, and I had, sent a little praise report into most of what BWC our moderator backchat. I was trying to actually look at a message while also finishing my thought here. I shared with them, there was a young man that came to me that has something that when someone comes to you with this, you just tell them, "Hey, I appreciate you. I can't help you." That is what someone typically would say in my industry, is that, "Thank you, for seeking me out, but I can't help you. I can't help you meet your goal." This young man was in a wheelchair. He wanted to play soccer. The condition that he had, it's so severe, and it's something that declines on a monthly basis. The rate of decline, it makes it very difficult to try to actually plan something 6 or 7 or 8 months out, let alone, an entire school year out. So I had this bugging, nagging thought. I talked to one of my friends and who's in the industry, and I was just like, man, I was like, I really want to just say no, but something in me keeps saying, don't tell him no. Don't tell his parents no. And I kept having this thought, this question that I kept asking myself, which was through Curious George, was one of my favorite books. And I was always asked questions. If it could be done, how would it be done? And I kept asking myself, if it were to be done, how could it be done? If it were to be done, how could it be done? If it were to be done, how could it be done? That is the question. Whatever that so-called impossible task or whatever that thing is that may not be likely for the next step, I don't care what level you're in business, maybe that's the first question that you need to start asking yourself to actually do the impossible. So I let that thought in. I said, well, if I were to do it, to avoid the head injury, especially if he wants to be able to even headbutt from the chair, I was like, I got to switch out the ball. That's what I did. I started looking around. I started searching on Amazon. I was like, I can find a soft air-filled, soccer ball, an oversized one. So it would lessen the impact and reduce the liability. Number 2, started looking at film on, the Special Olympics and specifically soccer. I started just observing, like watching what muscles they had, what was involved, every single aspect of things that he would need if I still hadn't said yes. I said, but if I were to do it, I wonder if I could not only just train those muscles to actually maintain what he has, but I can also go forward and train it beyond the just the maintenance level to the strength level to actually counteract the decline and what we're losing monthly. And that's what I did, y'all. Body part by body part that he would need to actually play an adaptive soccer game. And when I tell you, I wasn't sure at first, but I let that thought in. Just like I had to let that thought in, you may need to let that thought in for whatever that next thing is that you need to accomplish. You may need to let that thought in as to how it could possibly be done. That is how I can tell you I am happy to say that even though this young man has a terminal illness, terminal, people in his condition are grateful to be alive. Not only was he able to play an adaptive soccer game, he thrived. He had fun. The people, his opponents that were playing with him and against him, they had fun. It wasn't no just sitting by on the side. They actually played a real game of soccer. So I'm telling you that you got to set fire to the reign of doubt. Last week, I made that young man's dream of playing soccer in that chair come true. Took him on just before Labor Day last year, and just this short time, we were able to not only help him survive, but he thrived. His dream, and if you knew like I knew what his situation was, you would not have thought that that was going to be possible, that his dream would be possible. So, what is it that you need to fire? What's a target that you have to go ahead and make sure that you fire doubt so that you can achieve it? Anybody want to share?
Grateful morning. This is Yolanda. Firing doubt. Absolutely. If I didn't have the faith that I have, I don't know where I'd be, Shawnte, in everything that I do. And one of the ways that I am learning more and more every day is definitely healing every day. And in that, each and every time that doubt comes, it's just to give it to God, because I know who I am. And the fear and the doubt is going to be there. So one of my best practices is reminding myself who I am and whose I am. And I say this a lot, but this is how I fire doubt, people, places, and things that are not deserving of what I have to give the world. That's my share, and thank you for this room this morning.
Woo! I sure now can understand exactly where you're coming from, and I agree wholeheartedly. Listen, there are so many, I can promise you, had I not fired the doubt that I can move forward, I lost my dad. I had to bury him the same week of my birthday, Yolanda, and that was a really rough time for me. Had I not fired the doubt of what he sowed into me and the desire that he had for me to continue on and carry on his legacy, I wouldn't have made it. I have to fire. I'm continually firing. It doesn't matter what level I reach. I have to continually fire things in my personal life, in my business life, listen, in my day-to-day, in my health. There are times where there are things that I've had to actually deal with just from my own personal standpoint. This was a rough spring. I came out the gate swinging hard and winning hard first quarter. Second quarter, had my knees cut out from under me. But guess what? I had to fire the doubt. I knew I could bounce back. I help other folks recover. Sure enough, I was going to help me recover. And I knew God didn't bring me this far just to bring me this far. So I wanted to make sure that I put up my YouTube link, you guys, as well, so that I really hope that you guys will pay it forward with some social currency up over here. Who would like to talk about what they want to fire next? Go for it.
Hey, Shawnte, this is Malcolm. Hey, before you go move on, that was incredible what you just stated. Without commitment, if it were to be, how would you do it? I'm going to carry that with me always from now on, because you don't have to put pressure on yourself or pressure on someone you're coaching. You can ask those questions. If it were to be, how would you do it? And then go through that exercise that you just did. So if people didn't pick that up, put that in your back pocket, put it in your purse, put it in your wallet, wherever it's got to be. Use that. That's incredible. Thank you, Shawnte.
My absolute pleasure. I'm so grateful that you underlined that moment. So when I tell you, that was the thing. It's what I've done. Like, I literally started that question long ago, and I didn't have the exact words, but that was the question I was asking Malcolm when I got my first Cabbage Patch doll. It took 18 months. And when you're a small child, 18 months sound like 100 years. But the Super Bowl, right?
That has to be in the book. That saying has to be in Glenn's book.
Glenn's book? Oh, how, if I could do it, yeah.
Yeah, that has to be. You got to get together with him, do something with him, because he's the rhyme master, right?
Seriously, I need to submit a quote to him, because I know he does his book every year, the morning planner. Shoot, I gotta submit that to him, because I absolutely would love to have that included. If it were to be done, how could it be done? And that's what it is.
Simple question. It's like Dr. Seuss, just reading his book, and I'm like, man, that's awesome.
I love green eggs and ham. Sam, I am. Yes. So if it were to be done, how could it be done? How could it be done? Somebody may be telling you there's something that you can't do. How can it be done? You tell me. How can it be done? There's something you're supposed to do. I got all these mods on stage. We only got 8 shares, you guys. If it is to be done, how can it be done? I know you got an answer or reply for that. Is there anybody else that wants to? If not, I will keep this thing going.
Hey, Shawnte, this is Shawnte again. One of the things that can be done that I do frequently is to speak over myself. Because, we're going to have these thoughts. And what I'm realizing, all of the blessings come through overcoming what I'm thinking about myself and reminding myself that you can do this. And that is my share.
I absolutely love that. If you agree and you love what Yolanda said, let's show some love for our sister and drop a Ric Flair in that chat with a big old woo. Listen, Judith, I heard you, sis. Go for it.
No, I was just going to reiterate what Yolanda said. Actually, she beat me to it. If you want to do it, you're going to do it. And I'm in the season of a low point right now with my business, and I'm just going to keep pounding it out and doing it, and it's going to get done with God's blessing. And I know He's got something in store for me better than I can even dream. I'm just going to keep it moving.
I love it. I love it. See, here's what I understand that the enemy does. He lulls us to sleep with that doubt. He lulls us to sleep with, disappointments in your health, lulls us to sleep with disappointment in our finances, or disappointment with our kids or our loved ones or our friends, or our family. Listen, or with our colleagues or at a business or whatever it is. Don't let them lull you to sleep. There is so much abundance out there for each and every one of us to take hold of it. You gotta unapologetically be you. I am unapologetically me. Listen, I do what I do. I say what I say. I talk the way I talk. And guess what? I am no longer apologizing for who I am. Whoever God has for me, guess what? They will listen. He said, my sheep know my voice. And that's the thing. I'm looking for health leads. I'm building a community of health leads. So if you're not somebody that care to make change in your health, I'm not for you. If you're not someone that thinks that they can truly do the impossible or that they can get back up again if they've been knocked down, I'm not for you. If I'm too loud, I am not for you. If my energy is too much, I am not for you. God ain't sent me here for you. He sent me here for health leads. He sent me here for a specific group of people. My sheep will hear my voice and they know my voice and they will come. So if you know that you are truly committed to your health, and guess what? You're a part of that fold and you want to tap in and be a part of a health lead community, listen, tap in on my link that I have there. Be a part of the Abundant Health community. You are a health lead if you decide to be. If you are someone that wants to make sure that you have financial health, have emotional health, have psychological health, have social health, have, listen, environmental health. Listen, there's so many components, not only just physical health. We have multiple components of health. It is yours. If it is to be done, how can it be done? That's the question I want you to ask yourself. We got 4 minutes left. Who wants to pop in?
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for your encouragement. I just recently launched a nonprofit. I'm a veteran, and just recently launched a nonprofit. And soon to launch my strategy company. But I needed this encouragement this morning because I was up looking up grants, and I was like, this is a lot to push uphill. But what you said this morning really encouraged me. So I just wanted to tell you thank you for that.
Woo! I'm so happy to hear that. Listen, you guys, I am telling you, as someone that literally went to bed hungry many nights. I'm talking about many nights. I ain't talking about there was something that I just didn't want to eat. I'm telling you, like there was nothing to eat. I didn't come through life with a silver spoon in my mouth. I was not a trust fund kid. I didn't have all of those things. I was a product of my environment at the time. I had a teenage mother. Like I was born to a teen mom, the only one in her family to become a teen mom. And guess what? I persevered through that. There are governmental agencies looking for you. There are businesses that are looking to do business and put money in your hand. They need you to fulfill their contract, the government contract. You can partner with them and take part in those government contracts. Y'all better go on ahead and wake up and get that money. Get to the money. That money will do something for your health. That money will do something for your family. That money will do something for your community. Think about all the things, all of the blessings that you can bestow and serve others on a greater degree by doing that. So I hope that this conversation has woken you up. If it didn't, that's all right. Keep sleeping, because the word of God says, listen, a little folding of the hands, a little bit of sleep, and poverty will come on you like a thief in the night. Some of you are experiencing health poverty because you let the rain of doubt put you to sleep. You focused on lack, which is the sin that so easily besets you, and it put you to sleep on your money. It put you to sleep on your business. I'm here to sound the alarm and telling you you can set fire to the rain. Let's end the reign of doubt today. Unapologetically. I want to make sure that I offer you the opportunity. I do on first Saturdays a community health prayer. If you would like to add any names, or even just to add your name for a preventative type health prayer or financial health included, you can hit me up on, my link that is in the chat. You can also, back channel me through Instagram. You can also hit me up on Messenger or WhatsApp and add those names before 12 noon today. We can win. I want you to unmic with me, and we're going to repeat this mantra simply, and I'm going to count it down to 3. So you're simply going to say, my health is my business. I can win in my health. My health is my business. I will win in my health. My health is my business. I must win in my health. Ready? Let's go. On mic. 1, 2, 3. My health is my business. I can win in my health. My health is my business. I will win in my health. My health is my business. I must win in my health. Woo! Give yourself a Ric Flair. You guys, that's my time. Have a phenomenal Saturday. Your girl is back. This has been Health Class USA, first Saturdays in BWC at 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Mary Lynn, over to you. Woo!
There's that woo. I can't even do it this morning. I've been trying to wake up. Woo! I got to practice that. I got to get it together. Okay. Well, thank you, Shawnte. Happy Saturday. It is June 1st. I cannot believe it. So, guys, welcome to Breakfast with Champions, the Millionaire Breakfast Club, where everybody gets a seat at the table. We have a new Facebook page. That link will be in the chat. If you would be so kind as to follow the new page so you can get up to date